Samsung just killed custom fonts. If you use a custom font on your Galaxy phone, the latest One UI 8.5 update and March security patch will block it. Only Samsung verified fonts from the Galaxy Store will work going forward. Here's what happened, why, what you can do about it, and the bigger picture of where Samsung is heading. The One UI 8.5 update now requires all fonts to be cryptographically signed by Samsung. Any font installed through zFont, APK sideloading, or other third-party methods is immediately blocked. Only fonts from the Galaxy Store or Samsung's partner, Monotype, are allowed. This affects the March 2026 update and all future updates. The good news is fonts purchased from the Galaxy Store are completely safe. They're already verified by Samsung. Monotype fonts, which are Samsung's official font partner, continue to work. And the 4 or 5 fonts that come pre-installed on every Samsung phone are obviously unaffected. If you bought fonts during your Galaxy Store sales, they're fine. Here's why Samsung did it. Modern fonts aren't just data, they contain executable bytecode for rendering. Malicious fonts have been used as attack vectors on Windows, Xbox, and mobile devices. Fonts installed as APK files pose the same risk as any sideload app. Samsung is now enforcing certificate verification to close this attack surface. Here's where it gets problematic. Dyslexic users rely on specific custom fonts that keep letters distinct and reduce character confusion. Default Samsung fonts don't work well for everyone. Users with ADHD and visual impairments also benefit from custom fonts. Removing this choice is an accessibility issue, not just a cosmetic one. Samsung should whitelist accessibility fonts. If you haven't updated yet, this is your window. Set your preferred custom font now before updating to One UI 8.5. Custom fonts that are already active carry over after the update, but once you change it to something else after updating, you cannot switch back to an unsigned font. This is time sensitive. Do it before the update hits your device. The Android community is not happy. One dyslexic user said their brain simply doesn't process stock Samsung fonts well enough. Another pointed out that they paid for these devices and shouldn't have features removed. Several users are choosing to stay on One UI 7 rather than lose customization features. The sentiment is clear. Samsung is becoming more locked down. Going forward, the Galaxy Store is your only option. Open the Galaxy Store and search for fonts. Some are free, many are paid, and Samsung runs regular font sales. All Galaxy Store fonts are Samsung verified and safe. Apply them through settings, display, then font size and style. It's limited compared to before, but it's what we've got. There's a better way to handle this. Samsung should whitelist accessibility fonts like Open Dyslexic and Atkinson Hyperlegible. They should allow third-party font developers to submit fonts for verification. They should add an advanced mode toggle for power users who understand the risks. And they should stop locking down bootloaders. Security and choice don't have to be mutually exclusive. This isn't an isolated change. Samsung has been systematically removing features. The headphone jack, expandable storage, bootloader unlocking blocked in One UI 8, Samsung DeX on Windows killed, custom fonts blocked, per app internet access toggle removed. The pattern is clear. Samsung is moving towards an Apple-style locked ecosystem while still charging Android prices. If custom fonts matter to you, here are your options. A Pixel phone with a custom ROM gives you full font control and full freedom. OnePlus and Xiaomi phones still allow custom fonts for now. iPhones let you install fonts via configuration profiles, but you can't change the system-wide font. Consider this before your next phone purchase. Samsung is clearly moving towards a more restricted experience. Set your custom font before updating. Share this video with any Samsung user who uses custom fonts. They may not realize what's about to happen, and if accessibility fonts matter to you, let Samsung know through their feedback channels. Your phone, your choice, or at least it should be.